Would you like to take your ManyChat subscriber down different paths within a Zap, within Zapier, depending on what they've done in Messenger? Well, with the new Paths feature within Zapier, you can, and I will show you how to use it now.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number.
Right, so let's get this party rocking and rolling. Today we're going to talk about a new feature that's in Zapier called Paths. And what Paths allow you to do is, instead of having, let's say, 2, 3, 4 Zaps, different Zaps that would do different things based on something that happened in the bot or something that you went out and got from an API, brought it in, and you do something different, now you can combine it into just one Zap. And what we're going to do is, let's say you have products in Google Sheets and you have product numbers. And in the bot, you allow somebody to type in a product number. Either they're going to find it or not. And so now within one Zap, you can give them the information or tell them, hey, that's an invalid product. Another use case, you could have a quiz where you're totaling up and then certain ranges of scores are going to do different things, and you do different things. And let's say maybe you had a couple Zaps to do different things based on the score. Now you could do it all in one Zap versus having multiple Zaps. Another use case would be as an HTTP request, calling an API, which you can do in Zapier. You can call an API to get information back, and then you could test to see if the status of that call was successful or not. And then you could do different things based on the paths. So it's going to look like this, where the step is going to be A, B, and then you could do a C. So they only have 3 levels. Integromat has, I think, unlimited. They have iterations. That's what they're called, or I think that's what they're called. A little different, but it's a similar thing. So now Zapier has this kind of paths. So let's get into that. First, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a kind of a test flow in order to do that. And this flow, all it's going to do is, normally what you're going to do is you're going to come in here and you'd have a flow with a message up here and nothing down here. I just deleted the message. I inserted a user input field, which is this. Put in what product would you like info on, Jeff, and then enter the product number, just digits only. And I picked reply type as a number, and I'm storing it in A1 value as a custom field. And that's it. I'm just going to collect the number. And then here, I'm going to tag, and that's going to be the tag that triggers the Zap. And then I'm just removing it so that I can test it over and over, and I don't forget to remove the tag, and then this thing doesn't fire. So that's a very simple situation. You're asking the user for some number that you're going to look up in Google Sheets. Basically, that's what it is. And then the Google Sheets is I have a product number, a description, and a price. And so we're going to look that up and then send information back to the subscriber. And let's see. Okay, so we're going to go into Zapier. And here is the Zap test lookup GS. And it's going to be a tagged user. I'm going to look up the row. And then I'm going to do something with the paths. So I'm just going to move myself over there. And I'm going to actually build this as we go. So I'm going to do ManyChat. Oh, there it is, ManyChat. We're going to do tagged user, save. You're going to connect it to the account and save. And we're going to pick a tag. And the tag that we're using, I can't search. I can search right there. It's W tried again, I believe. Yep. W tried again. So now we have our tag. And I'm going to go tag myself with that so that we can pull in test data. So when you're working with Zapier and you're setting up, let's say, a trigger by a tag, you need somebody tagged with it so that it can pull in test data. So we're going to do that. I'm going to tag myself, but then I got to remember to take myself off of that. And then we're going to go back here and I'm going to say pull samples. And it should pull me in. Yep, it pulled some stuff in. So I'm just going to continue. And now we need to add an action step. Actually, it's firing off my other one. So, okay. I'm sorry. I just, the other Zap, this Zap that I have active, just fired off because I tagged myself. So let's go back and we're just going to edit this. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go and do an action step, and we're going to do Google Sheets. There it is. And we're going to do a lookup. That's all we're going to do is we're going to look up a sheet row, a spreadsheet row. We're going to connect to this one and save. And let's see, products, sheet 1, column lookup. We're going to look up by product number. And then we're going to use, I was using A1 value. So you got to find your user, ManyChat custom user field to look it up. So A1 value. There we go. It's a 5. So I'm just going to do continue. Now when we do this test, I'm going to fetch and continue. It's going to be successful because we have product number 5. So it's going to be successful there. And now we're going to add another step. Actually, you can just go over here, add a step. And we're going to pick path. Not filter, delay, format. We're going to pick path. And the path is going to add 2 paths. So for ours, we either found the product or we didn't find the product. And so we're going to set that up. And we're going to go into A, and we're going to call it found product. Continue. And the rule is going to be look up row, and we're going to find product. And we're going to say A is going to be that successfully found, right? We called it found product. So we're going to say exists. So that's all you have to do is say product number exists, meaning that it found it. And we can test it, and it should test fine because we did find product A. Continue. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to do an action step, another action step, and we're going to send a message to ManyChat, to our user with the information of the product. I'm going to save, and I'm going to do my test bot, save. And let's see. So here, what you're going to do is you want to go and not pick somebody here. You want to go to custom value. Use a custom value advanced. And what you want to do is you want to send it to the person that was tagged. So you're going to scroll up and go to user ID. And the message, I'm going to say, hey, Jeff. You can substitute, but you got to go in here and say first name, Jeff. Here is product number, and we'll make that a little fancier. And we actually are looking it up so we can find it. Number, and we're going to grab the description with a price of $10. And actually what you could do is go like this and put a little $sign. And we're going to say continue. And we're going to do a test on this. And it should work because, hey, Jeff, here's a product number 5, widget 5 with a price of $10. There you go. So that is just the test. And so now we're done with this path. Path A, we found it. So now I'm going to set up the next path. And the next path's name is product not found. Continue. And then you set up the rule. And again, you're going to go down and say product does not exist. Test. And this test will fail because we already got data. We found it based on what we have, but we're going to test it when we run it. And then the next thing we're going to say is ManyChat. And we're going to send a text message to the user. And we're going to test this connection, and we're going to save it. And then we're going to go and find the ManyChat subscriber that triggered this tag. We're going to send them a message, the user ID. I'm going to say, hey, say Jeff, the product number here. I think I'll just do that. Product. Oh, we're going to have to use, we can't take it from step 2 like we did in path A. We have to take it from step 1, the tagged user, which is actually the field called, what did I call it? Oh, here it is. A1 value. Because we don't have it in step 2 because I didn't find it. So I said, hey, Jeff, the product number 5 is invalid. Valid. And you could put an emoji in there if you want. Face. See what kind of face we have. A weary face. We'll just put a weary face in there. And we'll put that in there like that. And we say continue. And we could send the test. It shouldn't, well, no, it's going to send it because there it is. Hey, Jeff, the product is invalid. So that is it. We can move this out of here. I'm going to say save. And I'm going to turn this one on. And I'm going to turn the other one off. So test GS lookup 2. Up 2. So I'm going to call it that. And I'm going to turn it on. I need to turn my other one off. That's this one that I already had. It was triggered on the same tag. That's why this thing got a test found, because I was testing it out. All right. So now we have product 2 and 5. So let's test this out, this flow. We're going to preview it. It's going to say, what product would you like info on, Jeff? Enter the product number. I'm going to say number 1. I'm going to say product number 1. And it should come back and tell us that it doesn't exist. I don't know. It just seems Zapier. I've been testing out Integromat too, and it seems that we see the you know what I did? I didn't take that thing off. I don't think I think I have it on here. Oh, no, I don't. Well, did it come out? No, it didn't. All right. So W try again. Should fire this Zap off. Let's make sure it's active. Test. Where is my Zap? All right, so that one's here. We need to move this to another folder. Test. There. It's a lot easier to see them. All right, so that one's on. Let's go back in and see and make sure that I got the right tag. W try. Okay. So it's on. And okay, so we have that one's on. And this is gonna put the tag on. Let's just make sure I don't have that tag on, right? It's not here. I don't see it. Okay. Oh, let's try her again. Preview. Enter 1. And let's see. There we go. So it did fire. So we can go back out here. We can look at task history. Oh, that one stopped. Wonder why that one stopped. Let's look. Oh, this path didn't run. That's why. Which is fine, because it only should run one path, which it did. The product not found. Nothing could be found in the search. That's good. All right. I don't know why it stopped. It can be completed because it's all fine. All right. So that worked. So we have product invalid. So let's run it again. I'm going to preview it. And this time we're going to say product number 2. Now this time we should find product number 2 right there. And there it is. Hey, Jeff, here's product number 2, widget 2 with the price of $5. And let's try it one more time. I'm just curious what this history would say then. On that one. Oh, see, now I was successful. So that's weird why this one stopped. All right, so I'm going to do product number 1 again. And I just want to see this run again. Oh, there we got it. Product number 1 invalid. All right, so that's how this all works. How this path works, where you can basically give them a different message depending on what's going on. I want to show you one other way we can do it with a score. Same thing is I'm going to do a test here. I have a quiz, and this quiz is going to total up some things, and it's going to total. So what I did here is I'm going to edit this, and I'm just going to say here we got 3 questions. So I just have a text field here, 3 questions, and then I used number user input fields, basically ManyChat user input fields, the blocks that are down here. You need the pro version to do this. And then I just asked for a number between 1 and 10. I saved it in a number type field, and I said it's a number type of user input. Same thing here, favorite number between 11 and 20, saved it in a 2 value. And then I asked another one, a number type, a custom, a ManyChat user input field, and then I saved it to a ManyChat custom user field, a 3 value. So I have 3 numbers, and then I do a continue on the bottom to an action. And the action totals up. It just said a total. So that's my custom user field that I'm going to store the total in. And then it's a then I pick custom formula. And then the formula is A1 plus A2 plus A3, the 3 questions, and I total it up into that field. And then I triggered with W entry. And then I just removed the tag so I could test it over and over again. And so this one, if we go out to my test path, here's a test path. So this is the one that I'm doing. I'm just saying tagged user. And the tagged user is W entry, just like we did before where you set it up. And then here, I just said score below 50. And my rule is that the custom field A total is less than 50. I'm going to send them a certain message. I'm going to test that necessarily. I'm just going to go to the next one. And then I'm going to send them a message, another send message to ManyChat subscriber. Set it up just like we did in the other message. And then I just brought in the total, hey, total, and I just gave them that they didn't pass the test. And then if we go back out and look at path B is 50 plus. So any number greater than 49. So again, I'm testing out the total field greater than 49. And I'm just going to go ahead and it's going to fail. And I'm going to continue. And then I go into ManyChat, send a text message, just like I did in path A. And I didn't go through that, but you kind of get the gist of it last time. Use advanced, custom value advanced, bring in the step 1, the tagged user ID, and then you just give them a message. And you can use emojis in here, just to remember. You can make it fun. And I'm just going to say continue. And it probably sent me a message. And I didn't yet. And we're going to go back here. Oh, I didn't test it again. I'm just going to say finish. I tested it before. So this one is on. So we should be able to run this. I'm going to do a preview on this. So enter a favorite number between 1 and 10. I'm just going to go 10. Number between 20. I'm going to say 20. And I like 30. Anything with a 0. And we should go through the path that we're above. Your score is 60. You passed. Now we're going to run that again. And I'm just going to say 1, 11, 21. So now, what do we got total? 32, 33. So that's going to be below 50. So, hey, Jeff, your total is 33. You didn't pass the test. So I went down path B. So there you go. That is the Zapier Paths, a new feature that they have that allows you to do. Now, the one thing I didn't show, and we talked about it, is like a call to an HTTP and an API, which you can do. I have a couple of videos coming up soon that I'm going to be calling APIs within Zapier and within Integromat and show you how you can do it with these products. So I think there's many uses for this. Well, that concludes our video for today on the new feature in Zapier called Paths and how we can connect that to ManyChat and take our ManyChat subscribers down different paths depending on what we're looking for. Maybe you're looking up a product on a Google Sheet. Maybe you're looking up a product over on an API. Maybe you have a test and you have a total score and certain different results get different answers or different software that you're going to connect to. Many different things, but now you don't have to have many different Zaps. You can have one Zap and then they filter it or basically send it down a different path. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I'd be happy to answer them. As always, like the video, share it across the world, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Down in the description, I do have a great link to a great group, Facebook group, all like-minded people sharing information. Come on and join us. Happy to have you over there. As always, have a great week and see you in the next video.